What's up, guys? Scott here with Wandering the Wilderness, and wanted to just have a discussion. So, recently, I went to mail a long rifle to my father in another state. By the USPS and the ATF, this is completely illegal. It's a federal law. You should be able to mail a long rifle or a shotgun. I wasn't transferring it. I wasn't selling it. There was nothing of that sort. Even if I wanted to go hunt in another state, I can mail it to the address that I'm going to be staying at and put it attention to myself. In this case, I was gifting to my father and sent it to him. I insured it. I had him sign for it. And legally, by the USPS and by the ATF and by federal law, I am allowed to ship a rifle to my father. By the rule, they're allowed to inspect it and they're allowed to make sure that it is unloaded. And that's the gist of it. So when I went to my local USPS, or let me rewind. When my wife went up to the local USPS, the lady in there said they can't ship no firearms at all. Illegal. And they turned my wife away. I went back knowing that the law was different and seeing it on the USPS site and the ATF and all this, that, and the other. And went back up there. Same lady tried to say the same thing to me. So I spoke with the postmaster. Dude's supposed to be in charge. He said no firearms. I showed him the article from USPS. He read it and came to the conclusion that he wasn't comfortable with shipping it, so he refused to mail the rifle. It's a federal law. Very top line of the USPS website says they must abide by the gun law from 1968 when it talks about being able to ship a long rifle or a shotgun. His reasoning was he didn't want to ship it in case a terrorist gets a hold of it, and his other reasoning was that he was responsible. I'm responsible. The weapon's registered to me, and I'm mailing it to my father. Anyway, the next thing was that when it lists what are not allowed to be shipped, it is a short barrel rifle, a handgun, or the other caveat is concealable. And it defines concealable by short barrel rifle or handgun. Those aren't allowed to be shipped. So I come up there with a big old box with my rifle packaged, and he said, well, if somebody could conceal that. And I told the guy, come on, that's a stretch. Oh, well, they could have a trench coat. All right, so my point is, I'm getting on this little tangent because I tried educating him because he didn't know what definitions were by a short-barreled rifle. And so he wasn't comfortable, and because that exact article didn't define them, he wasn't willing to do any of the research. He said that he does not care what the ATF says. He's not comfortable with mailing it, and he refused to obey a federal law. All right, so this is the postmaster of a federal agency refusing federal law because of his own bias. You know, we hear quite a bit about this whole people being biased, racist, whatever, you name it. The white conservative Christian male is the scum of the earth, but a federal employee choosing to disobey federal law because he wasn't comfortable. So when ATF beats down my door and says, "Oh, we think you might have an SBR without the tax stamp," can I say, "Oh, I'm not comfortable. I'm not sure what that definition means"? No. I'm still in trouble. Anyway, it's sad that these days that you have to know the law better than the individuals that are employed in positions of power, whether that be post office, local government, big government. I don't know. Anyway, I've got the complaint filed, and I left a message with a lawyer. Honestly, I just want the dude to get educated. I don't want him to create this problem for somebody else. And, it's wrong. It's the federal law. Follow the law. It's pretty simple. Anyway, I'm going to keep you guys informed of what's going on with that. And just letting you know, be informed with the law. You're allowed to ship a long rifle or shotgun. 16-inch barrel on the rifle, 18-inch on a shotgun. They are allowed to have you open the package, and they are allowed to confirm that it is unloaded or have you write a sworn statement saying that it is loaded. Unmarked packages, no identifying features, and, I don't know what else to say. If I went to the next post office in the next town, shipped it just fine, delivered today, signed for, good to go. That guy just didn't want to follow the law. So, hopefully we can get him educated. For those of you out there that may be trying to ship something to go hunt in another state or to potentially gift to a family member in another state, these are your federal rights. Be prepared when you go to the post office and they ask questions. Know what they can and can't do and what you can and can't do. Come to the days you got to know the law, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. God bless.